On your knees, all of you. The hero before us deposed the false king. I am Lord Sergei Thule, apprentice of Darth Victus, and the first of House Thule to survive the Sith Academy.
His lordship will seize the throne you made vacant.
Fate willing. But my ascension must wait. Alderaan is in a state of anarchy, and a threat greater than the Ulgo usurpers rears its head.
Lord Thule, I'm honored you would come to me.
There is no one else I would trust. The Killiks are stirring, legion upon legion. They've already devoured the armies of Kalnosh and Antilles. The people fear it's the Killik Black Hive returning after a millennium underground. I'm not a superstitious man, but I know disaster when I see it.
Tell me about this Black Hive.
They're the worst of the Killik broods. The lesser nests fled to the surface to escape being cannibalized by their savage kin.
Yet if his lordship turns his attention to the Killiks, the other houses will destroy Thule.
Moff Sarek and I proposed to use small strike teams against the Black Hive, and he advised you take lead. Succeed, and House Thule can focus on winning the planet. Fail, and Killiks of every size will swarm over Alderaan, and all of us will be joiners.
I assume your strike teams are in place. Where do I start?
I'll send you coordinates for the primary infestation. We do have one other ally. Chanya Madal, a member of the Order of Extermination, has agreed to help us.
For 20 millennia, members of the Order have forsaken house ties and worldly possessions to protect us from the Killiks. During the Hive's century sleep, the Order watches and prepares. When the Hives awake, they spread fire.
They number barely a handful now. Madal has no loyalty to Thule, but she's our best hope against these monsters.
The Killiks will be dealt with. Make sure you deal with the other houses.
We are partners, then. Go to Madal and listen to her advice, but be careful what you reveal. Remember, she is not one of us.
In the swarm, the flame will guide me. In hardship, I will endure.
Chanya Madal, Sergei Thule sent me.
What? Of course. Allies of the Sith who would be king. On behalf of the Knights of the Order of Extermination and the Blood of Alderaan, I offer my services in the war against the Killiks. Ventadia Droth, Kano Fora.
When it comes to slaying Killiks, I'm told you know more than anyone.
For 20,000 years, my order has fought the nests. We know their hibernation cycles, the secrets of their joiners. We should be advising the armies of a united planet. Instead, we're a handful against the Black Hive.
I promise to keep you safe. And if there's anything else I can do to take your mind off the situation.
I can protect myself, and my oaths to the Order leave no room for other pursuits. The last time the Black Hive emerged, it left whole cities in ruins. Its Killiks are monstrous, and their bloodlust grows with every joiner they absorb. I've been strategizing with the Imperial strike teams. They're making progress, but not enough. You should meet with them, lead our efforts.
I'll see to the strike teams. Keep studying the nest and let me know what you find.
Come, and I'll anoint you with the Chanmasu herbs. Whether you believe in ritual or not, the scent will discourage your foe. And be guided by the Codex Chitinus and the First Huntsman. See to the others, and I'll continue to search for weaknesses.
Well, if it isn't the mercenary from Balmora, I remember your work. Sergeant Namada, Bug Hunter Division. My squad came here off colloquy duty. It's an honor to meet you.
Gets a little old talking to officers and royalty.
I'll take your word for it. Don't much get the privilege. Team's supposed to contain the Killik threat, so House Thule's free to work. Fine plan, but Science Bureau has us trying out a tractor tech like this brood totem device they gave us. Lures Killiks into enemy territory.
While you're fighting Killiks, the scientists are trying to study them.
They talk to the Moff, and he gives the orders. We drop the totem off in Killik territory, so it could synchronize pheromones. We barely survived. Now we need to move it to Organa territory for testing. We carry chitin-piercing rounds and insecticide gas. We can't fight Organa troops. But you assist, like on Balmora, this lure project might move forward.
That seems simple enough.
Just be careful you don't lure in too many Killiks. They're not like colicoids. They take prisoners and, well, better not to know.
The brood totem works. It lured the Killiks to the Organa forces.
The science boys will be happy. Me, I hope it means we go back to killing aliens instead of baiting them. It's been a pleasure to see you in action. You ever need a hive extraction team or a couple tons of xenotoxic torpedoes, you give the bug hunters a call.
You are viewing restricted information.
I can't track the Killiks without satellite data.
Your confession has been recorded.
This is madness. Tell him, Bounty Hunter. I'm not after your military secrets, but I can't fight blind.
You did nothing wrong. She needs access to Imperial data. We need her to defeat the Killiks. Am I understood?
Yes, sir. I'll give her temporary clearance.
Thank you. Come on, let's see what we got. The Black Hive is hurting from what you've done, and I think I've found one of their weaknesses. Months ago, King Ulgo became aware of the extent of the Killik threat. Instead of alerting my order, he tried to hide the problem by hiring mercenaries.
Who exactly did King Ulgo hire?
The mercenary group was called Blood Company, run by an alien warlord who was part of the Manan atrocities, according to your files. Blood Company was absorbed by the Hive mind. They all became joiners, and their knowledge and savagery spread to the Killiks.
What makes a handful of hired killers valuable to the whole Black Nest?
With the minds of the mercenaries come tactics, proficiency with new weapons, a desire to kill. Using the Order's lore and Imperial technology, I've made a bait that should lure in the joiners if used at the right locations. I'll entrust it to you. I'd be torn apart myself, but someone has to save this world.
House Thule was wise to recruit you. You should be proud of your role in Alderaan's protection.
The credit goes to the Order, and there's still much more to do. If you can destroy the joiners, the nest will start to unravel. There's a base farther out. We should move there next. Good hunting.
Lieutenant, Chanya Madal of the Order of Extermination sent me.
Sir, holocoms are online. We'll put you through.
This is Sergei Thule on the Eastern Front. We're dealing with another Organa attack. How do we fare against the Killiks?
Your ally managed to disrupt the war mind of the Black Hive.
Is that right?
I am grateful to you. The joiners were the key, and you risked body and spirit to stop them.
No sacrifice is too great to save this planet from the Killiks.
In the name of the First Huntsman and his sons, I'm tremendously grateful for all you've done. It's becoming clear that House Thule is the only house devoted to the Killiks' elimination. I'll continue advising your teams, Lord Sergei. Chanya out.
You're winning the hearts of the people. Pity she may be trouble.
Not sure how you arrived at that.
She knows too much about our capabilities, and her loyalties lie elsewhere, but put that aside for now. Wipe the remnants of the Killik forces off the planet, and watch for the other houses. The fewer the bugs, the more they'll encroach.
This is unacceptable. I sent researchers out 2-3 hours ago, and still they haven't returned. Service like this, I won't pay them. House Thule demands higher standards. Perhaps you could assist where these indolent researchers failed. I need that relic. I need it now.
Care to elaborate on that?
It holds ancient texts detailing a time when Killiks ruled Alderaan. Records of Ouroboros, the Killiks' castle lands, their rise and their fall. With the relic's information, we could potentially drive back the Killiks, or control them.
One wrong move, and you'll enrage the Hive. The imps won't like that.
House Thule is aware of the inherent risks, Hunter. Everything rests on the relic's recovery, and I've wasted enough time waiting on my inept researchers. Perhaps you can repair their blunder. Recover the relic?
Where should I begin?
The relic lies among ruins atop the nearby mountain. If you see my researchers, feel free to push them down the mountainside.
Here's the relic. I hope it contains the Killik records you expected.
Finally, it's in my hands. Our Killik experts will be thrilled. I appreciate your haste. You certainly shame those pathetic researchers of mine, wherever they are.
I ran into the researchers. They're in rough shape.
Let them rot. They've proven their ineptitude. Soon we'll drive the Killiks into submission. Then Alderaan will finally bow to House Thule.
Lord Sergei Thule.
My friend, 2 hours ago I took the head of one of Organa's generals. The battle was glorious.
You shall be our beloved king.
But only because you held the other front. How high were Killik bodies piled by the time you were through? How many joiners fell at your feet?
I don't take pride in killing. Not the enemy, not even insects.
You should. You're good at it.
You wished to present the message, my lord?
Yes. Our ally in the Order of Extermination passed this along.
The Black Hive has crumbled. Their Killiks are in retreat, and collapsing their tunnels should be simple. I'm sorry I can't say this in person. I'm heading out for aerial reconnaissance. But I want to recognize your efforts. In the name of the First Huntsman, by the Stone of Chianar, I pronounce you Brethren of the Order. We will remember you always.
Generous as the sentiment may be, it's time we eliminated her. She knows you, she knows Thule's secrets, and her usefulness is over.
That woman is not a threat to you. I want her left alone.
Why? Why is she even worth the risk?
Imagine what people would say if the Order of Extermination supported your bid for the throne. A group with no politics, no goals beyond Alderaan's preservation. And they chose House Thule.
It wouldn't sway the houses, but it might sway the civilian populace.
Many of us still see the Order as heroes, my lord.
Very well. She lives. And I am again in your debt. I must return to the battlefield, but I wish you well in your travels. What you've seen here on Alderaan, it's only the start for the galaxy.